Hey everybody, just Mongrel. Today I'm going to teach you guys some tips and tricks just for owning figures. This is a very broad spectrum of stuff I'm going to teach you guys. Some stuff you may know, but this is just quality of life things. Starting off, organizers. These things are a fucking godsend for me. I have like five, maybe six of these. I don't even remember. But these are really great if you have like figures or whatever, and they have like a bunch of these like little small pieces that just get lost. You could just put them together in one big thing, but oftentimes you might confuse different hands for different characters, and sometimes they don't fit for whatever reason. These are pretty cheap. Go to Harbor Freight and buy like a couple of these. They're only a couple bucks. They're really nice. There's tons of different ones, different sizes. I personally like this one. I don't know what the model is or whatever brand it is, but this one has. I mean, you can like make the spaces bigger, which is cool. But small stuff can't get underneath of it, which is cool. These are really nice. Highly recommend these. Yeah. Step two is I have a kind of like a kit of just fix-it stuff, I guess, if you would. And the thing I use the most is this is pretty much Blue Tack. So what Blue Tack is that you can use this stuff on posters. Is that what you do with it is you can take a little bit and then just roll it around your fingers for a while, and then it'll become nice and tacky, and then you can hang posters up or whatever with it. Or if you're like me and you break a figure's head off the ball peg, you can just use this, and it doesn't fix the problem with the broken head peg or whatever, but it does mean that the head can stay on. I've used this thing quite a lot. I have a King Crimson figure that I accidentally broke the arm off in the first 5 seconds of owning the goddamn thing, and I've just since done this since I'm too lazy to take it apart and actually fix it. Some other stuff that I also own in this little small kit are flush cuts. These are really good, especially for what are they? Like the model kits or whatever, where you have like little tabs you cut. Really good for that. I also have an X-Acto knife for that same reason. Once in a while, I will get excess resin or plastic, whatever, on the figure. And these just help trim it down for the injection molds wherever they were. I own two dusters. I own a brush duster, which is really great. I use this thing a lot. And I also own a blower somewhere. I don't know where it went. But yeah, I do highly recommend getting a makeup brush in particular. They just hold dust really well. They're easy to clean out. They're fairly soft. I got a small kit of about 3 different brushes off of Amazon for very cheap. I think I bought this for about $4 or $5, not even. Really great for dusting and everything. 2 more things I think are fairly important is super glue, obviously, and a screwdriver. In particular for stands, every single stand I own uses a Phillips head screw, which some stands come with one. However, some stands don't come with a screwdriver. Oftentimes I will get a stand at the box and it's very loose, just doesn't hold. Tightening up the screws in it just helps it hold poses better. So this next one is more of a personal thing because I have so many goddamn JoJo figures, like a lot. One of the things I've started doing is getting these base plates. These base plates are really good because they alternate from 4mm to 5mm. I believe the Super Action statues fit in the 4mm holes, which is really good. I get these off of, I think it's called like Hobby Japan or whatever, and they're like $6 a piece, and you get 2 of them per thing. They also have little things on the bottom of it, so you can connect the different squares to each other. These things are really great, really durable. I use these things a lot, especially on the JoJo stuff. I just bought way more. I expanded the Part 5 stuff with it in the back. And I also added the Part 6 and Part 7/8 to base plates as well, which they weren't before. These things are really helpful. Really recommend them, especially if you have a ton of figures and limited space. These just help, like, just clear out the clutter. It just kind of slims them all down together, which is really great. And for the last one is risers, I guess, which is what you'd call them. There's a couple of them you get off Amazon. I think these ones are really good in particular. There's several different variations of these. I think these are all pretty cool. They hold really nice. As you can see, there's plenty of room for characters. One thing I don't like is that it is a little slanted in the back, which is kind of meh. Also, since we're here, might as well. These little, whatever the hell you call them, also risers. These things are really cool, really cheap on Amazon. You get a bunch for like 10, 15 bucks. Really recommend them. And this one's kind of like a last minute weird thing, but don't be afraid to like customize figures and part swap. For example, this Awakened Dio here has parts from the regular Dio. They just fit nice, and I personally really like the look of it. Part swapping is something I do fairly a lot, especially with my Dragon Ball stuff. A lot of my Dragon Ball figures are part swapped. I have parts on like a different character entirely. I have part swapped heads just because I like certain bodies more. So yeah, don't be afraid to experiment, see what you like. Coffee. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about these types of videos. It was fairly fun to make, and I believe quite informative. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeet.